Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now Brady going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long. Pointing out to their defense, that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Mike did a whole lot of talking.
The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, as he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's New England defensively. Last year, the #1 overall defense as far as points given up goes. And
5 more yards, let's go.
Back in 2017.
Yeah, they certainly do. And let's go back to the Super Bowl. Trey Flowers, who was their leading sack guy in 2006. He had 7 in the regular season. He was a monster in the Super Bowl against Atlanta. He's back there for them. How about Dante Hightower at linebacker? His first Pro Bowl in 2016. And then just moving on back to the secondary. Devin McCourty, the guy who quarterbacks him back as safety. He's been to the Pro Bowl as a corner and as a free safety.
That's what happened when you overall is 78.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 12
and
yards
make that
on the
pass,
return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick, 3 touchdowns against Houston in the divisional round. Chris Hogan, undrafted. He ends up having 180 yards in receptions, including 5 plays of 20 yards or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about James White, a 4th-round pick out of Wisconsin? Think about who he played behind while he was at Wisconsin, and he turns out to be the unsung hero of the Super Bowl. Would have been the MVP if it wasn't for Tom Brady.
And you mentioned James White at Wisconsin. He was behind who? Melvin Gordon and Monte Ball, right?
That's correct.
Oh, that's caught by Hogan. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
Sack.
Escaping this time as he'll go down.
Sack,
they
baby.
got him for a sack.
Brian Robinson.
Robinson able to drop him for a loss of 4. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down.
Come on.
This is caught. Gronkowski. Gronkowski may have had to miss the Super Bowl with the injury, but he was active in that parade, and now he's back on the field. And I'll tell you what, something you mentioned to me is that he was a big cheerleader for his teammates, never hung his head through the injury, celebrated with him all the way through the title.
We've seen superstars in the past, when their team does well without them, they're happy, but they recede into the background, right? They get out of the way because it does hurt them a little bit. They do have pride. They want to feel like, hey, without me, they may take a little bit of a step back. But with Gronk, you never saw that. You saw him with him every step of the way, cheering his team on, happy for their success. They went 11-0 without him in 2016, but I know this.
Anthony Barr, baby.
They want the big fella back.
Too late.
Give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And right side, caught Hogan. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it.
He goes for a fake.
Nothing. It doesn't work. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and in the cold middle, it was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph.
Really, Kyle?
Give him 6 on the play.
Really?
And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage.
First down, please.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try to break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Look at defense and left. Let's go.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
2nd down, Bradford. And he will find his man.
Get over Adam Thielen. 1st down.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A first down throw for Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
What flag, ref? What flag, man? Yes!
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
And now a first down following that long gain. On first and 10, Bradford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. I'm just looking side by side at Diggs' number, rookie year versus sophomore year a season ago. 52 catches as a rook, 84 last year. But something you pointed out to me, yards per catch is off a bit, isn't it?
It is, and you know, his first year, he was known a little bit more as a big play threat. This past season, adjusting to a new quarterback in Sam Bradford, that number went down by about 3 yards per catch. But he can be an explosive type of a receiver. Look at the last 2 games of the regular season, well over 100 yards in both.
Back to the ground, Peterson.
Come on,
and
Peterson.
he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the
yards,
pickup,
I'll
and now
take
they'll
that,
have
man.
some
I'll
options
take it.
on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. On second down, Peterson.
Zach Line, you
Looking for
miss
a
your block,
cutback
man.
lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Not going for a short pass. 4 seconds. 2-minute warning. Waiting for that.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Bradford.
That's the pass you're supposed to make the first time.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Hell yeah.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part on offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty
Second, baby.
New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well.
On play action, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right side. That's complete to Gronkowski. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
This showed a fake field goal.
Territory.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
It's intercepted.
Exactly.
It's picked off.
Exactly. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Quality was very good. Anything's good when you win, man.
Yeah, man. Faces stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip hop, isn't it? Bobby out the slammer. Hip hop start on the east coast,
let's go.